Welcome to the Joy Revival podcast, where faith, neuroscience, and creativity meet. Here, you will find encouragement for your journey, hope for healing, and inspiration to create in freedom. Joy is a sign of a heart that is free, and in Jesus, joy is your inheritance. Hey y'all, my name is Allie. Welcome back. I am an aspiring minimalist, so I have started a couple times doing some minimalism playlists thinking that I would continue, and I did not. So I am trying, but I actually had a really big deal minimalism thing happen recently where I hired a professional organizer to come and help me with my studio space. So you might see here, things are looking really clean in the background, and they are. It's because I got rid of so much stuff. You can see the floor here. Before, you couldn't see the floor on the camera angle, but there was just a lot of stuff around the floor. There was so much stuff in the closet, and I got rid of so many things. I didn't expect all the grief that would happen when I was decluttering my studio. Just to skip to the spoiler alert, I had to learn to grieve creative dreams that never happened. So as a creative, our supplies actually carry some meaning. They carry potential, and they can carry identity a lot of times. The one item that I grieved the most was kind of surprising, but it was the scrapbook papers that I had in my closet. And I'm getting a little bit weepy even just talking about it now, but those scrapbook papers represented pages that I wanted to create for my children, photos that I wanted to document for special moments of their life. I remember there were some photos of my son as a toddler with a John Deere shirt, and he was on a John Deere tractor that he was given by his grandparents. And I had all this John Deere scrapbook paper and some green cardstock, and I had an acetate that had John Deere on it. And that paper, giving it away, I had a lot of big ideas for that paper and for that moment of my son's life with those photos. I really was sad. Like, I started kind of crying then because I'm getting emotional now, but even then I was emotional, and I was kind of crying that I was getting rid of this paper because my promise to myself was if I didn't see myself using it, then I was going to get rid of it. The truth is my style has changed. I don't think I ever would use any sort of branded paper. I would definitely use colors from the photo. I would do some sort of abstract piece and then slap a photo on there, but I wouldn't really use John Deere branded paper. So I ended up having to grieve a dream that died, a creative spark that died. I felt really guilty about holding on to the paper because it was in my closets for, 20 years. I've had those papers in my closet. So I felt guilty for holding on to them, but I felt guilty also for releasing them. I wasn't keeping the papers for creativity anymore. I was holding on to it because I felt guilty. Now I realize that I have a lot of ideas, and so I have taken the time to pause on some of them to see, do I really need to invest in all the things necessary for this certain shiny object, insert here, and come to a realization that I actually like the idea of whatever it is. It's not that I really am going to do the thing. So I had to give myself some grace that not every dream is going to be realized or manifested. And out of 100 ideas, maybe 10% ever come to life. And that's just, again, part of being a creative person. So on my minimalism journey, like I said before, I'm learning to pause before buying new things. I'm learning that shiny object syndrome is real, and I am maturing as a creative. I have completely changed in my photo documentation style. That was another season for me. And so I'm different now. I'm learning to steward the creative energy that I have, and I'm learning to be very intentional. One of the things that really helped me in releasing those scrapbook papers was just visualizing whoever came across them. Because one thing about Tony, she actually takes the stuff to whatever thrift store she goes to. I didn't even have to call it off. I love that about her services, is that after she's done with the day with you, she takes everything away. So I didn't have to deal with the dreaded drive to Goodwill and dropping it off and crying on the way home. It happens to me all the time. But what I did was, before I gave it away, I just visualized the person who would come across that stack of papers and just light up with ideas. It would be a new spark for somebody else. It wasn't really a dream that died. It was a dream that passed hands. And I think that's a really good lesson to learn, is that creative inspiration is meant to move. It's meant to multiply. It's not supposed to be stay trapped in a closet. It was in a closet for 20 years. And now that it's in a thrift store somewhere, someone can use it. So I wanted to encourage y'all that if you have things that you're holding onto with your hobbies and there's that guilt of not using whatever it is that you've bought, maybe you need to give yourself permission to grieve that the dream didn't happen. Really bless that past version of yourself and celebrate who you're becoming now. And just be grateful that you have so many dreams at all. Like, the fact that you're a dreamer is pretty awesome. Let it go and visualize the person that could get joy from the thing that you're releasing, and let it pass hands. So I hope that was a helpful video for you today. It was different, a little bit more deep, but I thought it may help people, because as creatives, we can tend to hang on to a lot of stuff. And like I said, I'm an aspiring minimalist, so I'm trying to get rid of things and simplify my creative process. And that was a really big deal for me to get rid of all that scrapbook paper. I got rid of so many, like hundreds of dollars of scrapbook paper. But someone else is really enjoying it, I'm sure now. If you enjoy a little bit deeper content like this, things that will really help you to transform you, you may be interested in my creative coaching program, the Joy Revival. It is where faith, creativity, and connection meet. It's such a sweet group of ladies. We actually had our first coaching call today, and I am so excited for this group. We are going to do great things. I hope you'll consider checking that out. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Joy Revival podcast. I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with a friend who needs a little hope for today. And remember, joy is your inheritance, and it's yours to walk in every single day.